Hello students, today in this lecture we will study about the characteristic equation and the Cayley-Hamilton theorem for an square matrix. Now what do you mean by characteristic equation? Characteristic equation of an square matrix of order n is defined by a minus lambda in is equal to 0. Its determinant, put the determinant of a minus lambda in to 0, then you will get the characteristic equation of a square matrix. One thing is to remember that order of matrix A is always equal to the degree of its characteristic equation, and the root of characteristic equations, roots of characteristic equation are known as characteristic roots or eigenvalues. Now we will study about the characteristic roots and characteristic vectors or eigenvalues or eigenvector in next lecture. Today we will do about the characteristic equation and the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Example. Now with the help of an example, let us determine the characteristic equation of matrix A. With the help of this, we will understand better about the characteristic equation. The given matrix is this: first row 0 0 1, second row 3 1 0, third row minus 2 1 4. This is a square matrix of order 3. So its characteristic equation will be of degree 3. Now the characteristic equation of matrix A is given by A minus lambda I3 is determinant value is equal to 0. Now A minus lambda I3 becomes minus lambda 1 0 1 3 1 minus lambda 0 2 1 4 minus lambda, means from its diagonal elements we subtract lambda from each diagonal element, then it will become A minus lambda I. Now let us expand this determinant. To expand this determinant, we will expand it by R1 with respect to R1, रो 1 के with respect में इसको expand करेंगे, then minus lambda 1 into this plus 0 plus 1 into this minus this into this. So we will get the equation after solving this relation. We get the equation lambda cube minus 5 lambda square plus 6 lambda minus 5 is equal to 0. So this is the characteristic equation. This is the characteristic equation of given matrix. Matrix was of order 3, so degree of characteristic equation is 3. Now in such a way we can find characteristic equation of any square matrix. Now see what does Cayley-Hamilton theorem states. Cayley-Hamilton theorem state that every square matrix satisfy its characteristic equation. Means every square matrix must satisfy its characteristic equations. Means if we find the characteristic equation of a matrix and replace the lambda by that matrix, then that A will satisfy that characteristic equation. Now with some examples, let us know about the characteristic equation and the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. We will do some example to verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Now let us do the example. We have given matrix A matrix is equal to 1 0 2 0 minus 1 1 0 1 0. Now we will verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Now to verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, first we have to deduce its characteristic equation, and the characteristic equation of matrix A is given by determinant A minus lambda I to 0. Now determinant A minus lambda I, to find A minus lambda I, we subtract lambda from each of the diagonal element, that will give you A minus lambda I, and after expanding this with respect to we will expand this matrix with respect to column 1, because there are two zeros, so we will expand it with respect to C1. Now 1 minus lambda into this minus this. Now after expanding, after solving this, we get lambda cube minus 2 lambda plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the characteristic equation of matrix A. Since matrix was of order 3, so degree of characteristic equation is also 3. Now to verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, what we have to prove? If we replace lambda by A, then A will satisfy this equation. Now to verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we have to show that A cube minus 2A plus 1 means identity matrix is equal to 0 matrix. To verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we will prove this is equal to 0 matrix. Now to prove this, first we calculate the value of A cube, 2A, and put in left hand side of this equation, and if this after calculating this, if this becomes 0 matrix, then we say that Cayley-Hamilton theorem verified. Now to find A cube, first we find A square. Now A square means A into A. Now this matrix into this matrix. How to multiply? This into this. This become 1. Now this into this becomes 2. Now this into this give you 2. Now second, this into this become 0. Now this into this become 2, and this into this give you minus 1. In the similar way we find A square. Now to find A cube, we multiply A square by A to get A cube. This is the value of A square, and this is your matrix A. See, on the same way multiply and we get A cube. Now substitute the value of A cube in this equation and the value of A and value of matrix I. I means identity matrix. Now then A cube minus 2A plus I, that's become A cube minus 2 times A plus identity matrix. And now first entry 1 minus 2 plus 1, this first element. Now second element 0 0 0, this element 4 minus 4 plus 0. Now after calculating in this way, we get this become 0 matrix. Now this is your 0 matrix. Now left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence Cayley-Hamilton theorem verify. There are some applications of Cayley-Hamilton theorem. By using the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we can also find inverse of a matrix. We can find inverse of a matrix. Now let us see how we can find inverse of a matrix by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. See, in this example we have to verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, and we are to find inverse of matrix if exist. Now first we find characteristic equation of matrix A. Characteristic equation is given by A minus lambda I, determinant value is equal to 0. Now from its diagonal elements we subtract lambda from each element to get A minus lambda I and this determinant. After expanding this determinant, we get the equation lambda cube minus 5 lambda square plus 29 lambda plus 59 is equal to 0. Since what does the Cayley-Hamilton theorem state? It states that every matrix must satisfy its characteristic equation. Now to verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, first we find the value of a cube, a square. Now to get a square, multiply a by a, this will be the value of a square. Now to get a cube, we multiply a square by a and we get a cube. Now taking left hand side to calculate the value of a cube, minus 5a square plus 29a minus 59i. Now a cube, this minus 5 times a square plus 29 times a plus 59 times identity matrix. In this way, after calculating that, we get this is a zero matrix. Hence, Cayley-Hamilton theorem verified. Now to find inverse. First we have to know that when inverse exists and when inverse does not exist. When we see the characteristic equation, if there is any constant term remains, then the inverse of matrix exists, otherwise inverse of matrix does not exist. In simple way, if we know about this constant value is nothing else but what is this? This is the negative value of a determinant. If there is no constant value, then it means determinant of matrix is 0 and hence matrix is singular. In non-singular matrix, this value should be constant value must exist in characteristic equation. If there is no constant value, means inverse of matrix does not exist. Now how to find the inverse? Now from Cayley-Hamilton theorem we get this equation. Now to find A inverse, multiply both side by taking constant in this way and multiply both side by A inverse. Then we get 15 A inverse is equal to 1 upon 59 into this. Now put the value of I, A and A square. This become the matrix this, and this is whole is the inverse of matrix A. This is what is this? This is the A determinant, and this give you adjoint of A. What you have done in plus 2, A inverse was 1 upon A determinant into adjoint of A. So this comes your adjoint of A and this is A determinant. Now in this way, by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we also can deduce the inverse of a matrix without calculating its adjoint. It's the simplest way to find the A inverse rather than that your previous longest method. See again, by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem, this equation comes, multiply both side by A inverse, then this equation become this, bring A inverse in other side and all term in opposite side. To bring these terms in opposite side, we get minus 29 plus 5a minus a square and divide both side by 1 by 59, then A inverse comes. Now see students, this is the easiest way to find A inverse, and this is one of the application of your Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Okay.